Okay. Um, and then we're going to start here comfortably seated. I'm going to keep my chair handy for later. And let's get started. I'm going to sit comfortably, nice and tall. Any comfortable position. And let's start with a little shoulder rolls. So just kind of loosening the shoulder. It doesn't have to be anything like perfect movement, just kind of moving the shoulders. You might find some resistance in the morning. Just kind of loosen it out, taking it front and back. And let's drop the shoulders, turning the neck side to side, just loosening it out again. Up and down. And then let's sit comfortably here, nice and tall. Shoulders drop, hands can rest on the knees. You can turn your palms up or down. Now, we can also choose to do a hand gesture. We call it mudra. So you can bring your index finger and the thumb together. This is just a position of the hand. It is known to have effect on your mind, your concentration, and on your body too. So when you're keeping the index finger and the hand thumb together, I want you to kind of press and release a couple times just to feel that connection, and then closing your eyes and doing that. So it might feel like it's nothing, but your brain gets a little stimulation where, okay, something is getting touched by some other part. So thumb and the index finger. So those are the areas in the brain which kind of light up. So just kind of doing that couple times, and then gently press the index finger and the thumb. Let the hands rest on the knees. You can bring it down, facing down or up, whichever feels good. Close your eyes, drop the shoulders, and let's get a little centering here. I want you to just bring your attention to this practice. I'm here for my yoga practice. I'm here to relax. I'm here to find a little mobility and strength, whatever you're seeking today in this practice. And we're going to start with 3 open mouth exhalations. So with your eyes closed, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Once again, inhale. Blow the birthday candle. One more time. Very good. Come back to the center and then bring your palms to touch. Let's rub the palms. Make a cup of your hands, place it on the eyes. And then slowly release. Release the palms. Blink your eyes open. Very good. Now, from here, we're going to move our head up and down. We start with our upper body warm-ups. Up and down. And then side to side. Just turning sideways. Very good. And then come back to the center, drop the right ear, drop the left. Very good. And then slowly come back to the center, meet back in neutral. Now, we're going to bend our neck backwards, head backwards, and we're going to bring our palm on the top of the forehead and just give a little bit pressure, kind of stretching it a little more. And it has to be very gentle, so you should feel good with that stretch. I'm stretching that whole neck. And slowly release. And then I'm going to bring my chin closer to the chest. And to deepen that stretch, I'm going to press at the back of my head. So just kind of gentle pressure. Again, they should not hurt. If it's hurting, you don't want to put the pressure. And then slowly back to the center. Now I'm going to bring my right ear to the right shoulder. With the right palm, I'm going to kind of pull a little. If you want, you can open that arm out. And then let's take it to the other side. And slowly release. Very good. That feels like a little deeper stretch, isn't it? As if you're forcing the body. Now, come back here, bring your hands to the shoulders, bring your elbows closer, and then let's open them. Nice big circles. Very good. And opposite side. And then drop the shoulders, drop the elbows. Very good. Now, from here, left palm stays on the mat, right arm reaches up, take a side stretch. Hinging sideways, come back up. Once again, open that chest, open that rib cage, and come back once again. Very good. And then come back, and then let's switch. Left arm reaches up as if it's trying to reach the ceiling. Take a side bend. Very good. Once again, side bend. And let's do that 2 more times. Very good. Come back to the center. Meet back in neutral spine. Now let's take a twist to the right side, keeping that left palm on the right knee. Give a nice twist. And let's take it to the other side. Give a nice squeeze, twist, and all again. 1 more time. Very good. Come back to the center. Very good. Now let's do a little seated cat and cow breaths. So we are going to do, what we are going to do is, as you exhale, you breathe out, you're going to curl the back, chin to the chest. As you inhale, I want you to pull your chest up, maybe open the arms. Exhale, curl the back, inhale, open. Inhale, chin up, pull the shoulders back. Very good. Once again, exhale, inhale. 1 more time, exhale, inhale. Very good. Come back to the center. Let's bring our palms to touch, elbows to touch. Inhale, open, exhale. Once again, nice tall spine. Inhale. Very good. 1 more time. And come back to the center. Very good. Now, let's bring our hands behind the hips, wherever they feel good. And let's open the chest here. Look up as if you're bending backwards. Very good. Stay there. And then slowly come back in. And let's do that 1 more time. Lift the heart, pull the shoulders, and come back. Release. So those are all the chest opening. These are also the extensor muscles, because our body starts to round, close in. We start to collapse in the middle. So we encourage the body to do that opposite stretches all the time. Okay. Come back to the center. Let's reach our palms to the front. Let's work on these smaller joints, up and down. Very good. Up and down. And then let's take it in circles, kind of loosening it up. Circular movements, both sides. And then slowly drop and release. Shake it off. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, from here, let's release the legs. Point and flex the toes. Very good. And let's come into our tabletop position. So we're going to find a tabletop position. And Karen, are you okay doing that? Yes. Okay, let's do that, okay? Let's take our tabletop. And again, the tabletop, we are working on our cat and cow breaths. When you say cat and cow breaths, it's actually working on the entire spine. Okay, so let's take our tabletop. Fingertips, fingers, and palms on the mat. Knees are under the hips. Okay, once you come into neutral back, as you inhale, stretch through the spine. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone in, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. As you exhale, curl the back. Very good. Once again, inhale. Inhale, long spine. Very good. Exhale, pull the center of the spine up. Let's do that for 4 more times. at your own pace. Inhale, exhale. Very good. Nice. Let's do that one couple more. And then meet back in center when you're done. After the exhale, let's stay in neutral back. We're going to take our balancing bird from here. So for the balancing bird, stretch that right leg out. Point through the right toes. Very good. And stay in that steady balance. Now, if you feel okay, opposite arm goes to the front. Right leg, left arm. Be careful. Only if it feels steady. Keep staring at a point. One more breath. And back to the center. Let's take it to the other side. Left leg and right arm. Very good. Stay there. And back to the center. Very good. Hands walk to the knees, coming to kneeling. Let's shake it off. Very good. Loosen the wrist. Very good. I don't know why that's happening with my camera since last couple weeks. If you have blocks handy, let's grab those blocks. You're just going to keep them next to the knees. Okay. So we're going to do a little lunges today. So getting into that lunge stretch. Again, depending on how it feels good with your hips. Okay. We're going to keep our knees as wide as the hips, so that way we are keeping a little steadiness, balance. Keeping those blocks handy. If you feel okay, right foot comes front. Okay. Now, you can stay right here where my left knee is just under my hip. If you want, you can slide that left knee towards the back of the room, back of the mat, only if it feels steady. That gives you a little more quadricep stretch. Now, once you're here, find a little steady lunge, low lunge, and we are going to start to straighten our torso. So if our back is starting to collapse, keep those hands on the block and start to stretch it. And you can use the chair too. You can use the chair or the wall. I'm also holding the wall here. Get that nice lunge. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. Now you can stay right here. Keep holding the support, the block or the chair, or you can reach the arms up. Giving a nice stretch, shoulders relax. Feel that into the hips. Feel that into the quadriceps. Exhale out. One more to inhale. One more. Very good. Slowly release, and we are going to switch when it feels good. Does that feel good, the stretch?
Yes.
Okay. Let's bring our left foot front. Take your time to switch. Again, you can use the support of the chair, a side table, or a wall, or even the blocks. Once you switch the leg, you can again slide that right knee towards the back of the mat, just a teeny bit, and then start to straighten the torso. This straightening the torso itself is giving you a lot of stretch. You don't even have to release your arms. The moment I start to lift my torso, push my hips in center, I'm going to already feel that stretch here. Okay. So keep those hands on the block, get that nice tall spine. So if you're right here, I want you to stretch it out. Okay. Pull those shoulders back. Feel that nice stretch. If it feels okay, arms go up. Maybe one hand can stay on the chair. One arm can go up. Very good. Stay there. One more breath. And then let's come back. Very good. That was stretching the front of your thighs. That was good stretch for the quadriceps. Let's come into tabletop and let's see if we can take our downward facing dog here. Now that's going to work on your hamstrings, calf muscles. So bring your palms under the shoulders, fingertips, fingers and palms, and then tuck the toes in. Keep the knees bent and start to lift the hips up. Again, only if it feels okay. Keep lifting the tailbone up. Keep pushing the tailbone to the back wall. Very good. Stay there. 2 more breaths. Keep lifting the tailbone. pushing the tailbone to the backbone. Very good. Slowly lower the knees and let's take a child's pose. Lowering the hips, lowering the forehead. Eyes can remain closed or open, whichever feels good. Take a child's pose. Couple breaths here. Notice the changes. And then slowly come up when you're ready. We are going to move into standing position now. So whichever way you want to come up in standing, step one foot, step the other, and slowly move up. Very good. Let's come up into standing. Let's find our standing position. Remember, we always start with our mountain pose. Once we come into standing, let's keep our feet as wide as the hips. Lift the toes, lift the heels a couple times, kind of rolling the entire feet, outer inner edges. Now, take some time to do that. Once you do that, I want you to press through all the corners of the feet. So you want to feel that entire feet on the mat. Very good. Once you're there, start to lift that heart. Again, shoulders pulled back, arms relax. Shaking off my arms, no tension in the arms. Very good. I'm trying to press through the heels. I'm trying to press through the toes. And nice tall spine. Now let's take 5 deep breaths here. We are going to do open mouth exhalations. As long as you stretch your exhale, it doesn't really matter how far your breath goes. It doesn't have to be anything longer. There's nothing like perfect breath. Everybody has their own way of breathing. I just want you to take it slow and easy. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Blowing the birthday candle. Inhale. Very good. Let's do that 3 more times. Very good. That's nice inhales and exhale. We get a nice rhythm in our body going. Now we are going to do 5 more breaths. This time I want you to focus to bring that belly button in. Now we are doing this in mountain because in mountain we are engaging that torso muscles. So belly muscles, back muscles, everything is keeping you upright. In that upright position, suck the belly in as you exhale. Okay, so let's start with the exhalation. In exhale, bring the belly in. Let's do that 2 more times. Very good. Open your eyes if you have them closed. Let's take an inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Very good. Let's do that 1 more time. Reach and exhale. Now, once you're here, interlace the fingers, reach the palms out. Very good. Come back in. Once again, inhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Very good. Come back to the center now. We are going to reach arms up. Arms up. Above the head. Come back in. Once again, stretch all the way up. Very good. Nice. Let's do that 1 more time. Very good. Nice. Now, from here, let's take an inhale. Both the arms go up. Very good. Exhale, we twist to the right side in the standing position. Okay, so we are just twisting to the right. Very good. And then come back up, arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Very good. Let's again do that. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Very good. Inhale up and release. That's a little twisting to the spine. Shake it off. Very good. Let's take our side stretch here. Inhale, arms up, interlace the fingers. You want to point the pointer up. Take a side stretch, stretch sideways. Come back up. Same side again, side stretch, same side. Come back up, very good. Nice work. Come back up. Now, let's pause here, take a breath in. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Come back up once again, other side. And one more time. Very good, and release. Very good, shake it off. Nice. Now, from here, let's do our standing poses. So we did a lot of breathing with upper body. Let's start to work on the lower body. We start with our balance. Okay. Not everybody's favorite here, isn't it? So let's start with our balance. And again, we are not rushing to do anything here. Now, if you want to keep your chair in the front, and if that feels good to work on the balance, just standing this way, yeah, you can always do that. Okay. Whichever feels good. So if you want your chair in the front, you can keep in the front. If you want it on the sides, you can do it on the sides. Okay. Now, before we do our balance, remember we do the drill. We are going to start to stand on that right leg, hold on to that chair, stop the fall. Okay, we are going to do our one leg mountain, but before that, we do this drill where we let our body go into that balance. And if it feels like we are losing the balance, you know our body stops it by just working on that reflex. Now, if you are not feeling confident that the reflex is working really fast, you can keep holding the chair. Okay, but I want you to still go back on that one leg and then stop that fall by stomping that left foot. Stop the fall. Very good. Stop. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 and 2. Very good. Come back to the center. Nice. Now let's take it to the other side. Sorry, not other side. We are going to start working on that side. We start our balance. Before we do our balance, we are going to keep staring at the point. Remember, we stare at one point, fixing our gaze. Hold on to that chair. Hand can go on the hip. Other hand can go on the hip. Now, when you're ready, you can slowly lift that left leg up. Now, if lifting this way doesn't feel good, you can just lift it as if you're bending your knee and turning that leg backwards. Whichever feels good. I want you to stand taller. Again, that mountain pose. Stretch that spine lengthwise. Very good. Keep holding the chair, left arm can go up. Very good. If it feels okay, tiptoe the fingers. If not, keep holding the chair. Maybe light touch on the chair. Still standing nice and tall there. Very good. Keep staring at a point. And you feel ready. I'm going to slowly release. That's great. And if today is not the day you want to let go the chair, that's okay too. You're still engaging that body, coming into that one leg mountain pose. Even if you're holding, you're still putting that weight on that right leg. So your body can still feel it. Okay. Stomp your feet a couple times. Very good. Nice. Now, when you're ready, let's come back to the center. Feet are wide as the hips. So you're not keeping those feet too narrow or too wide. They're under the hips. We are going to do the drill on this side. Before we do the one leg mountain, lift that right leg up, and then stomp that right foot. As if you're standing on that left leg. You don't have to let go the chair, or you can hold on to the chair and do this. Stop that fall. Very good. Stop. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 and 2. Come back to the center. Once again, feet are wide as the hips. Keep staring at a point, something which is not moving. Once you fix your gaze, if it feels okay, you're going to start to let go that right leg off the mat, and we are going to stand taller on that left leg. Standing taller on that left leg. Very good. When you're ready, if you feel okay, right arm goes up. And again, you can stay right here holding on to the chair. If it feels okay, let go the chair, or maybe just keep holding it. And still standing tall. Press through that left foot so you still feel that in the body. And when you feel ready, slowly release. That's good. Not anybody's favorite, isn't it, this one? It's totally okay if you're not letting go the support. You can work on this with the wall support too, just kind of working. So what happens is, even if you are holding on to the support, you're still engaging the body to stand tall. So if I'm here, I press through that foot, I stand taller. So even if I'm supporting, I'm engaging that body to hold here, stand. Same thing with the other leg, right? So if I'm starting to collapse, I'm going to press that foot, stand taller. So the more I press the foot, the floor presses back into my foot, and that engages all the muscles which are holding you upright, right? Stomp your feet a couple times. Let's do a little march past here. Very good. Doesn't have to be too intense. See if you can move your arms with it. Very good. Doesn't have to be fast. Very good. Nice. Stop the movement. Let's keep our feet wide. Let's take our hip circles. Loosen the hips. Very good. Loosen the hips. And opposite side. Very good. And then come back to the center. Very good. Meet back in neutral. Let's come into our forward fold. So we're going to keep our chair or blocks, whichever feels good. Remember, you can do it either ways. If I'm using the blocks, my blocks come in front of me. My feet are a little wider, as much wide as it feels okay. I'm keeping my heels in the same line. I use the edge of my mat as a reference line. That way I know my heels are in the same line. So I'm not standing with one foot front and back. I'm keeping them in line. Once I'm here, I'm still pressing through all the corners of the feet, heels, toes, and arches. You can either hold on to the chair or the block. We're going to hinge through the lower back. Remember, the lumbar spine, that's when we are going to start to bend. So no tension in the shoulders, no tension in the neck. So we're not trying to pull from the shoulder and neck, but we are trying to hinge from here. Okay, so you can bring your hands to the hips, start to hinge from the lower back. Let the shoulders and neck relax as much as you can go. Now, if you are using the chair, whichever side of the chair you want to use, you can use the chair and give a stretch and stay right here. If you want to use the block, you can keep your hands on the block and stay right here. Now, wherever you are really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how far you can go. Once you get a comfortable deep stretch, staying there, I want you to start to stretch that tailbone away from the crown. So as if your spine is stretching itself. The tailbone is moving back and the crown is trying to move front. And that's when you're going to feel that stretch. Very good. And that you can feel anywhere, even if you're doing it with the chair or the blocks. Tailbone starts to move backwards, crown starts to move front. Very good. Nice stretch here. Pull those hips backwards. Very good. Nice. Stay there. 2 more breaths. And when you want to come up, bring your hands to the hips, bend the knees, press through the feet, and slowly come up. That felt good?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one more time. I've been noticing that everybody likes this kind of stretch because I think it just kind of engages the back to, stretch itself. It's like a self-massage kind of a thing where you're stretching your back itself. And that's why I want to tell you that it doesn't really matter how low you go, but what matters is now once I'm here, I'm going to start to move my hips backwards and not letting go that chair. So I feel a deep stretch, right? And then you can go as much as you can. So let's do that once again. Bend from the hips, hands to the block. You can adjust the height of the block if you'd like. And then once you're comfortable, keep pressing through those feet. That way you feel that into the legs too. Keep pressing through the feet. Keep lifting the tailbone up. And the crown moves away. Very good. Stay there. Let's stay here for 1 more breath. And then when you feel ready, bend through the knees. Hands can go on the hips and slowly come up. So come up with a little support if you'd like. Come back to the center. Very good. That engages the entire back muscles. So you're not only working on the back, you're working on everything which is on the back side of the body. Hamstrings, calf muscles, it is stretching even the base of your feet. If you're able to press those feet on the mat, you're going to feel that into the arches too. Because when your legs are pulling itself, it is also stretching the arches. Now, that was wide leg forward fold. Let's do an opposite stretch coming into our back bend. Let's keep our feet wide, a little wider, not as wide as the previous one, just a little wider than the hips. And then I want you to bring your hands to the hips. Now, when you bring your hands to the hips, see if you can bring your fingers pointing front and then elbows are pulled back. If you can. Once you do that, let's bend backwards. Come back up. Once again, bend backwards. Come back up and let's do that 2 more times. Very good. Come back to the center. Now, once you're back here, you can feel that it's opening the chest, front of the shoulders. So again, let's take that back bend. This time you're going to hold that back bend. Doesn't matter how far you go. Breathe comfortably. So bend backwards and then continue to breathe. So it doesn't matter how far you go. And then slowly come back up. Very good. And I want you to keep doing those back bends throughout the day. You don't have to do a lot of forward folds, but keep doing those back bends. You can also stretch those arms out and take a back bend, whichever feels good. If you want to do it with the wall or a table, you can hold on to the table, pull the belly front, pull the chest front. So that gives a nice back bend, nice opening of the chest. Okay. Now, from here, let's come with our feet wide. We did our forward and back bend. Let's work on our side bend. We usually do this before. Today, we are doing it after our forward and back bend. Feet are wide as the hips. You're standing nice and tall. Now, you want to do this again with the chair. You can always have that chair handy if you want. Okay, that's optional. Just bending sideways here. So we're going to start on the right side. Before that, I want you to relax the arms and let the arms hang here. Let the arms hang around from the shoulders. And then we're going to start with the right side. So slowly bring that right arm up. Turn the palm, bring all the way up. Now you're anchoring through both the feet there. Your feet are nicely glued to the mat. Keep them nicely glued. Give a stretch as if you're trying to reach the ceiling. And then take a side bend, bending to the left. Really doesn't matter how far you go. You want to keep your chest facing front. So you're not curling in. You're keeping that arm on the side. And if it's hard, you can stay where you are. Really doesn't matter. But the idea is you want to stretch that side body. Very good. Let the other arm hang. Beautiful. Stay there. This one looks very easy, but believe me, it's not the easy one. It's a very challenging stretch and it's very strengthening. Strengthens the torso, strengthens the backbone, the back muscles and the rib cage. When you're ready, come back up. Slowly come up. And then gently release. And relax. Shake it off and take a breath. Exhale out. Very good. Let's take it to the other side. When you're ready, left arm goes up. Turn the palm. Once you reach here, take a breath here. Shoulders are relaxed. I'm pressing through both the feet. Reach through that left arm and take a side bend. Very good. Again, stay there. Keep breathing. And then slowly come up. One side might feel easy. And then release. This, I feel, is a very powerful one. Take a moment. Your arms feel different. Breathing feels different. Very good. That was a good side bend. So you're working on your entire torso. Let's come down to the mat. Lowering ourselves here. Adjust your hips a little. I'm kind of wiggling my hips. When I wiggle my hips, I get my sits bones to press into the mat. Sits bones are like a bony feeling inside the buttocks. You may not even feel them much because they're really deep inside our muscles. But if you kind of wiggle and you feel those bones pressing into the mat, and then you know you're sitting nice and tall. That's the sits bones which take our pressure of the body when we sit, right? That's the hip part of the hip joint or the hip bone which takes the pressure. Now, once you're here, I want you to bend one knee, right side. You can start with the right. We are going to do up and down butterfly flapping. Now bring that heel close as it feels okay. And then bring that right knee up and down. You can hold your right knee and make it move. This is working on the hip joint. Very good. Nice. And then let's open that right knee. See if you can sit taller. Very good. Stay there. And slowly release. Let's take it to the other side. Left heel comes closer and then open that left hip and left knee up and down. And you might notice one side feels easier. That's with all of us. Up and down. Now let's open that left knee. So we are lowering that left knee to the mat. Sit taller. Very good. Feel that stretch. And then slowly release. Very good. Nice. Now let's put them together. I'm going to bring my both feet closer. Drag those heels as close to the body as it feels okay. Now this may be different for each of us. If your knees are not very happy with bending this way, you can keep them a little away from the body and keep those knees gently bent. That's fine. If it feels okay, you can bring them as close as it feels good. I'm going to hold on to my feet as if I'm keeping them locked in. And then I'm going to start to move my both knees up and down. Very good. Butterfly flapping. Very good. And then let's sit nice and tall. Just for a couple breaths here. Lift that heart, maybe even look up. Very good. Open those knees as much as they can. Very good. And then slowly bring those knees closer. Release. You can feel that into the thighs and the hips. Time to lie down on the mat. That's exciting, isn't it? Coming to the top of the mat, Joyce is smiling. I would be smiling if I'm in your position. That's my favorite one. Lying down, and let's do lying down stretches, isn't it? That's good. Now, let's bring our legs closer. You can either support with your elbow and come down. If you want a little bit of core engagement, arms come parallel and slowly lower all the way, keeping those legs together. Coming down. Exhale out. Very good. Now, once you're here, lie down slowly on the mat. Bend your knees. Bring your knees together, closer to each other, and then bring them closer to the chest. Hugging them closer, rocking side to side. Rocking side to side. Again, doesn't really matter how far you can do this. Whatever amount of rocking you do, you can still feel little pressure points on the back. Very good. Now, let's keep those palms on the knees and see if you can draw circles with the knees. So I'm moving my knees in circles together. Clockwise and counterclockwise. Or anti-clockwise, whatever works. I know, right? That one was for you, Karen. I saw you all the time, so I thought I'd say this. Okay, so both sides, clockwise, counterclockwise. That is the way you're going to move the knees, and that feels a massage to the lower back there. Now come back to the center after you're done both sides and drop the feet on the mat. Exhale out. Now that rocking and rolling and then circling the knees, that gives a good massage to the back, but it's also actually engaging your abdominal muscles. So you're kind of tightening those abdominal muscles to keep your knees lifted. So that's again both ways. It works both ways. Now, once you're here, let's stretch our right leg up. We are going to hold behind the right knee and draw circles with the right ankle. Never got a chance to do that ankle stretches. Circling the right ankle. Again, both sides. Counterclockwise and clockwise. Okay. Once you're here, come back to the center. Now point and flex the toes. Point and flex. Really want to stretch that calf muscle. Shin muscles. Point and flex. Let's do that a couple more times. Very good. Nice. Stop and then release that right foot. Switch. Let's take it to the left. Drawing circles with the left toes. And opposite side. Circling in both the directions. And then point and flex the toes. Point and flex and stop. Release. Very good. Now, from here, let's bring our feet as wide as the mat. Let's open our arms at the shoulder level, palms facing up. And we're going to take our spinal twisting windshield wipers. So let the knees drop to the right and to the left. Feet are wide and knees are dropping to the right and left. Windshield wipers, very good. Side to side. Very good. Now when your knees drop to the right, let's move our head to the left and stay there. Knees drop to the right, move your head to the left and stay in that twist. Nice. Now slowly switch. Let's knees drop to the left, turn your head to the right. Stay there, couple breaths. And then gently bring yourself back to the center. Now, we're going to bring our feet closer and then hug those knees closer to the chest. Keep those knees together and bring them closer to the chest. Now, each time you breathe, you want to bring those knees a little closer. You're going to hug them with your arms, squeeze those thighs into the abdomen, and then keep pressing those knees into the chest. Now, when you feel ready, if it feels good for your neck, next exhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Nose comes closer to the knees. Two more breaths. And then lower the head, neck, and shoulders, lower the feet. That was wind-free pose. Again, a good one for your back and abdominals. Great pose for digestive system. At any point, if you feel you cannot do the wind-free pose, you can always do one leg and take turns to do one leg and can keep breathing. You can always do that. That way you're still getting that pressure on the abdomen. You may not have that engagement of the core, but you still feel that abdominal pressure and you're still stretching the back. So you can always do one leg at a time. That is modification you can use. Now let's bring our feet wide as the hips. We are going to come into bridge pose. Heels come closer to the hips. Your feet are already wide as the hips, so bring them a little closer. Palms on the mat. We are going to come up into bridge as you inhale. Exhale, go down. Very good. Inhale, push through the feet and palms. Lift up, exhale, go down. Very good. Let's continue that for 4 more breaths. Inhale up. Exhale down. Very good. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Or if today is the day your body is not very happy with the bridge, you can slide a block and let's stay in that bridge. We are going to hold the bridge. So you can do it with the block or without the block. Sliding the block gives a little support. If you want to do it without the block, press through the palms and feet, hold the bridge. Come up into bridge, lift the belly up, press through the heels, toes, and arches. Very good. Stay there. Very good. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly release. Release. Release the bridge. Notice how the back feels. Notice how the breathing feels. From here, let's bring our knees into the chest. Let's open into happy baby. You can either hold your big toes or hold behind the knees, legs open, and then rock side to side. Very good. Happy baby pose, side to side. Giving again a massage to the back, to the shoulder, middle back. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. When you feel ready, bring your knees into the chest, hug the knees closer. Take a moment of gratitude for this practice. gratitude for this body and the breath with its wisdom, strength. And let's lower our feet on the mat. Let's come into our final resting pose. Again, your relaxing pose, whichever feels comfortable for you. Traditional Shavasana is where our body is lying down on the mat, completely relaxed. We are letting go the whole body here. Arms away from the body, legs are wide as the mat. If this doesn't feel good to the back, you can always bend the knees, feet wide, knees come closer. You can have a pillow or a blanket under the knees, whichever feels good. Close your eyes and take some time to really relax. Really let go. And as you see, I'm wiggling a little. So if you also find any tension in any parts, as if a shoulder is kind of holding back, as if your lower back is holding back from relaxing, give some movement, wiggle through that space, and just drop the whole body here. Just dropping the whole body, letting go. Relax. Release and relax completely. Completely letting go. Let the whole body relax. Deep relaxation technique. It's a part by part guided relaxation. As I call out the names of different parts of the body, I want you to bring your attention to those parts and start to relax them. Relax the toes. Relax the arches, heels. Relax the top of the feet and ankles. Release the calf muscles. Relax the knees. Bring your attention to the thigh muscles. Relax the thighs and the hips. Relax the lower back, middle back, and the upper back. Loosen the shoulders, arms and elbows, forearms and the wrist joints and palms, fingers. Bring your attention to the chest and the belly button. Relax the chest and the belly. Acknowledge the breathing, the up and down movement of the chest and the abdomen. Bring your awareness to the neck muscles. Relax the neck. Release the jaw muscles. Open and close the mouth. And then start to relax the entire face, cheeks, chin, ears, and eyes, forehead. The whole body is completely relaxed, from the crown to the toes. Whole body. The whole body. We introduce the sound of Om in our practice to deepen this relaxation. We always chant the sound throughout the exhalation, which also helps to deepen our breathing. The longer exhales helps to calm the mind. Let us chant the sound of Om 3 times. Inhaling for Om, inhale. Very good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Do that one more. Inhale. Feel the silence and the peace. Without opening the eyes, without disturbing the relaxation, bring movements to your fingers and toes. Head turn side to side. And then welcome any movement that feels good. Bending the knees, windshield wipers, or simply hugging the knees and rocking side to side. Turning to one side, staying there for a couple breaths. Gently coming up. Find a comfortable seat, slowly come up, eyes open. And then find a comfortable seat. We're going to bring our hands to the heart, palms to touch, and maybe close our eyes for a moment, reflecting on this practice, knowing that this practice works on physical, mental, emotional, sometimes a deeper spiritual level. Let this practice meet you where you need the most. Bringing our hands to the third eye, healing thoughts, hands to the lips, healing words, and hands to the heart, healing intentions. It was an honor to guide you all in the practice. The light in me salutes the light present in you. Namaste. Up the palms. Make a cup of your hands, place it on the eyes. Slowly release. Blink your eyes open a couple times, blink. And thank you so much, ladies, for joining today.